What's up, fam? Fam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Energy is weird. And energy could be weird because of all of the... I've been looking at some videos, and they hadn't been on the most positive energy, or within the most positive energy. So, maybe that's why the energy is weird for me right now, in particular. And then, my internet's been acting up. It's like, just weird vibes. But anyway, I've been in, and it's probably because I've been delving into a lot of videos with like somewhat conspiracy theories, stories about spiritual reparations, stories about how psychics have... I've seen one video where psychics really was helping, how psychics have helped solve cases or whatever. So all of the stories did involve, unaliving and things like that. So maybe that's another reason why energy is just bleh. It's not a good atmosphere to be in. But we have let's get into the read. Let's get into some messages, and maybe this can help, not only me but any others that may be feeling in a little wonky energy. Maybe you guys are feeling down in some way, shape, form, or fashion because of whatever it could be that, whatever it is that could be affecting you. I usually, find that I'm not the only one going through things, So if I need something to pull me out of a funk, maybe there's someone else that needs that as well. Okay? Because we are all one. We are one. Right? We're all part of the same body, We can look at it from that standpoint. Someone may be a hand, someone could be a finger, the neck. Oh, speaking of neck, my neck just popping. It was like 3 pops. A leg, the cell, the nucleus, the cell membrane. But all of it works together so that the whole body can function. Even just doing the basic things. So everyone is needed. Everything is needed. Everything is of the same importance. One can't exist without the other, no matter how small and minute it may be in size. It still plays a pivotal point in the presence of and the effectability, if that's a word. It allows the body to be effective. It allows the body to work as it should and as it needs to. Okay, so we have soul expansion here. Okay, it says your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. Exactly, and I was just explaining the connection between all things. And also, I feel like the rabbit hole that I just went down in regards to spiritual reparation, there were some really interesting stories that was told, even with the psychics helping to solve cases, and how a psychic predicted this Diddy situation months ago. Though these stories aren't of a completely positive nature, it is so expanding. Being exposed to new information, and with your level of growth and maturity, you can receive that information, integrate it, get an understanding, process it in a mature way, and allow it to grow you, to expand you for the better. But that takes wisdom and experience and a level of groundedness. So definitely, I feel like the collective may be going through their own soul expansion processes that's going to allow them to pivot. It says the pivot card says, sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot even just a little bit? Okay. So I feel like Spirit is saying whatever energy that you've been indulging in, that has had your focus, it's okay to pivot right now. Earth connection, great card for what I've just kind of been speaking on. I need to go outside and ground my energy. Maybe some of you need to do the same thing. And this come out with presence. It says you are being asked to spend more time in the present moment. Equals stop ruminating about the past or longing for the future. Stop ruminating on whatever you've been sitting in, whatever energy, whatever stories you've been sitting in. Stop it. And just spend more time. Go outside in nature. Earth connection, it says, be mindful of the planet. Come back to earth and stay grounded. So Spirit is just reminding us and telling us that we need to come back to earth. We need to reground ourselves. We've been in, murky energy for long enough. Okay? And you've gotten the information, whatever you was in there doing and looking for, you've gotten the information that you need. Okay? As a spiritual person, as part of the collective, this next card out is charity, prayer, and contemplation. I feel like Spirit had you go through that so that you can find what you need to pray on. Maybe in your deep dive you were introduced to something, or you came across something in my deep dive. Okay, one of the videos that I scrolled past was a video about Mafdet, and that was posted about 2 days ago. And Mafdet is an Egyptian Neteru that's not really known. I know exactly which page it's on because I looked it up. That's not known. She was one of the first cat-like goddesses. But you have the more known goddesses such as Bastet and Sekhmet. These two are talked about more often than Mafdet. Of course, you don't hear much about Mafdet, but I felt like it was so fitting that I came across her video. And it says, she who sees clearly. Mafdet is the deity of justice, of punishment, paying for some wrong done, and imposed discipline of earthly or spiritual nature. Okay, and that kind of takes me back to the spiritual reparation videos that I was watching. So So I don't know, maybe Spirit is, letting us know as well that spiritual reparations are happening. Okay, bottom of the deck we have Sanat Kumara, which is light activation. And beneath that I see Lady Nada with heart awakening. Of course, all of these stories awakened my heart in a way that, was happy to hear about the justice, Mafdet, that spirit is giving, but it did, frustrate me, because why did the pain and suffering have to go on so long? But again, we got Charity here with prayer and contemplation, and it's here with break free. So I feel like Spirit is saying and calling me, to go into prayer. And it also, I feel like the videos that I've been watching also gives me clarity of what I need to pray for. It says, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive, break free. All right. So of course you can ask Spirit to help us to break free from these ruminating thoughts, but also to pray for even more spiritual reparations so that we can break free from the injustice of society and all of the demonic things that are happening. And I feel like Mafdet, Mafdet, Mafdet is a deity that we can also include in our prayers, or invite into this energy. It's the perfect energy. I'm gonna read this. It says, as Mayat represents cosmic law and the sacred order of the universe, so Mafdet personifies law on earth. And we had earth connection here with the Gaia. Mafdet personifies law on earth. The judicial authorities who try and judge the defendant and who exact punishment when the individual is found guilty of a crime. She too is found in scenes of the judgment hall. The animal associated with Mafdet is the lynx, an animal of the cat family recognized by its tufted ears. The meaning of Mafdet's name derives from the cat's well-known ability to see in the dark. So she's a very great energy to accompany you throughout the dark night of the soul, through the darkness of these stories that that I've subjected myself to, maybe through the darkness, whatever darkness it may be on your end that you may be going through. Mafdet sees clearly, and is well known for her ability to see in the dark. She who sees clearly. So she may be able to help guide you and be a great, guardian energy through this next phase or through this current phase in your life. It says, in this card, it's just describing the card. I have the actual cards, but they're in one of my containers, and I would have to shift through them to find it. It probably wouldn't be hard, honestly. In Spirit, I'll just shift and then it'll probably just pop up. But so it's going through a little explanation of the card. I was going to skip it, but I'll read it. It says, in this card, a lynx is shown running up the execution pole behind the figure of the goddess. This pole, which is curved at the top with a projecting blade, and which struck fear into the hearts of evildoers. And that's what we want. Strike fear into the heart of evildoers. We're so fucking tired. So tired of the bullshit. You know, humanity has been going through so much for so long. And we're tired. We're tired. This is no way to live under the control of evil people. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. It's sickening. It says, which struck fear into the hearts of evildoers, was also called Mafdet. The background is a vivid blood red. Although merciless to the wicked, and that's what we need, Mafdet. We need Mafdet right now. An energy that is merciless to those who are wicked. Merciless to the wicked. Even Sekhmet, she don't play no games either, okay? I made up a song for Sekhmet. I don't even know if I remember it. I made up a couple songs for like different Egyptian Netheril. I was trying to do a little praise thing. But it's Sekhmet, great lion, God is strong, mighty, violent. Sekhmet, great lion, God is strong, mighty, violent. Sekhmet, with the power of the sun, the eye that burns the enemy. Sekhmet, with the power of the sun, the eye that burns the enemy. Transform us with your fire. 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 Sekhmet, cosmic goddess. I forget. I forgot how to go. The eye that burns the enemy. But anyway, she burns the enemy too. Cosmic fire, Shakti, Sekhmet. Cosmic fire, Shakti, Sekhmet. Flame, fire of the universe, flame, fire of the universe, flame, fire of the universe, fire of the universe. It's so lame. Fire of the universe, flame. Something like that. It was so many years, but look, probably like 3-4 years ago. Sekhmet, lion, God is strong, mighty, violent. Sekhmet, great lion, God is strong, mighty, violent. Sekhmet, with the power of the sun, the eye that burns the enemy. Sekhmet, with the power of the sun, the eye that burns the enemy. Transform us with your fire. 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 Sekhmet, cosmic goddess, Shakti, Sekhmet, cosmic goddess, Shakti, Sekhmet, flame, fire of enlightenment, flame, fire of enlightenment, flame, fire of enlightenment, fire of enlightenment, fire of enlightenment, flame, fire of enlightenment, flame, fire of enlightenment, flame. Fire of enlightenment, fire of enlightenment, fire of enlightenment. Something like that. It's kind of seemed like it was trying to come back to me. My bad. Y'all probably gonna skip through that and be like, man, what the fuck is she talking about? Anyway, it is what it is. Although merciless to the wicked, I need to make up a song for Mafdet. You know what I'm saying? She digs. I need to get me a little statue of Mafdet in this piece, because we all about justice. And merciless to the wicked. The lynx Mafdet was a friend of the dead in Aminta, warding off the attacks of serpents who would try to destroy them. In the Book of the Dead, she helped Serket and Ma'at overthrow a Pep in the Duat. The lynx Mafdet hath torn open thy breast. The scorpion goddess hath cast fetters upon thee, and Ma'at hath sent forth thy destruction. And the double-haft spear of Heru in his battle against Apep is likened to her sharp claws. Here she is shown raising a sword to execute 2 prisoners who, like Apep, have been bound with fetters by the goddess Serket. Divinatory meaning: justice, punishment, paying for some wrongdoing, and imposed discipline of an earthly nature. So, like, again, that's a little picture there as I, described it from the text. But justice, Ashe. I feel like Spirit is telling us justice is about to be exacted. Okay? In many ways. And we've seen it with the Diddy situation. And Spirit is asking us all to be in prayer and in contemplation and connection with Spirit to help us to break free from this darkness. Okay. Prayer and contemplation. Also connect with Gaia, with Mother Earth. Okay, and be present in the moment. Stop ruminating on the past or longing for the future. Your life is happening right now, and when you're not present for it, you miss all of its beauty. Okay, so Spirit just want to remind us, yes, it's okay to kind of do some searching, but don't get stuck in there. Always remember to come back to center. Always remember to come back to center. But also, you can take that knowledge and apply it to your prayers and go deeper into your prayers. Prayer and contemplation, break free. So you're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it is very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. It's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. Okay. So, soul expansion pivot card. We also have pause here at the bottom of the deck. We have light activation, heart awakening, and pause. Okay. And then underneath that is receive. So you're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back and look at all the possible outcomes and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. So this journey, any and everything that we go through is to make us stronger, at the end of the day. Allow us to connect even more, because each situation brings knowledge. Just like I quoted a line from one of Willow Smith's songs. It says, "One minute I cry, the next minute I learn." Okay? So everything that we go through is a learning experience if we allow ourselves to hold the right perception. So with this soul expansion coffin, this liberation, freedom. Well, it says liberation, but freedom and liberation is the same thing. Reborn, transition, and endings. Okay. So we're definitely putting an end to these energies of the past. Like I said, in my situation, it was stories about, evildoers taking advantage of people, evil slave owners who were so cruel to their slaves. Even other white people came to them and took their slaves from them, and the person went back and bought the slaves again, and they were doing these spiritual medical experiments on their slaves. It was just horrible just to imagine the torture that those people went through, at the hands of, other basic human beings, but they were just freaking evil. I wouldn't say basic human beings, but I mean, perhaps they were. We all have it in us. It's just, what do you choose to feed? And those people decided to feed the hate within them. They were narcissists, perhaps, self-absorbed, only see things from their point of view. But Spirit wants us again to pivot from that energy, because we are now in the energy of soul expansion and new beginnings. Separation, sadness, bitterness, exactly. Spirit wants us to put an end to that, pivot from focusing on an uncertain future so much, and get back into the energy of groundedness, of faith, prayer and contemplation, earth connection, connecting with Mother Earth, sending healing energy into Mother Earth, taking that pause. The light activation card says, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Trust your intuition, trust your internal guidance, because it's going to give you what you need to pray for. The Heart Awakening card says, awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. So with the Gaia Connection and Presence card, we have cutting ties, moving on. Receive what you need. Exactly. Spirit says, cut ties with that negative energy. Let's move on. You've received what you needed from that energy, progression and arriving. And now it's time to progress and arrive at the conclusion needed, so that you can pray and contemplate on the healing. Pray and contemplate on the breaking free from that negative evil energy, and humanity evolving into a space of love, a space of acting in integrity, a space where those things, love and integrity, is cool, is demanded. And then we got engagement ring here, higher commitment. Exactly. All of the things that we go through is for us to learn, but also it gives us, a higher commitment to self, to humanity, to Mother Earth. Exactly. It says, have faith, the Cupid's arrow card. Cut ties, move on. We received what we needed. Now we need to have faith that Spirit got us, and that everything, is shifting for the better. Love is coming. Spirit says we're coming. Spirit is love. Says we're coming. Yeah, you heard stories about spiritual reparations in the past, but the spiritual reparation that's coming now is about to break all those chains. You got the hand there with the chain broken. It's about to break all of those chains. You're about to see spiritual reparations in a way that has never been seen before. This is going to help people to break free from those broken hearts, to tap into and to really experience everlasting love. And elevation. Feeling elevated. Sorry. So take a pause from the negative energy and shine your light in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Shine your light. You'll be guided as to how you need to shine your light. Maybe I was guided to do this reading. That's the way I was guided in this particular moment. And then as Spirit is telling me to be present, go outside and ground my energy. My internal guidance may guide me, to do something else. But definitely Spirit wants us to have faith, to keep the hope. Even though we may be heartbroken, deeply sad and hurt, feeling lost, grieving in despair. We have breakup here. Spirit also want to know that commitment, everlasting, a soul connection is here. A soul healing is here. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. Savor this moment of feeling elevated. Savor the moment, savor that energy of having faith. Savor the energy of knowing that love is coming. That a higher commitment from Spirit is coming, and we're about to see spiritual reparations break us free from the chains. That's what we need to pray for. Pray that Mafdet brings to us that justice. And then bottom of the deck we have yin yang. We have twin flames, and it says yin yang, balance, union and duality, complement, polar opposites. I feel like Spirit is saying, whatever you're seeing, or whatever this energy that has you down, the polar opposite is coming in for you. So cut ties from being in that energy. We have sexual perversion. Of course, there was stories of that going on within those videos. But all of that is about to be rectified. Spirit is coming in and is bringing blessings, bringing that spiritual reparation. Spirit is bringing spiritual reparations for the sexual perversion that has been going on in society. And that's on period. Magical being, ET, contact, fantasy. That says Spirit is coming. Love is coming. This is love coming. Magical beings are coming. Maybe even this magical being, Mahavatar, Babaji. I didn't say his name. With soul expansion. Everything that we go through is to expand our souls in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It may not be the best experience, okay? It may be a traumatic experience, but you got through it. You got through it, and it was one moment I cried, the next moment I learned. It's hard. It's hard, and it seems callous to say that. But we can't stay stuck in sadness and bitterness. We cannot stay stuck in that energy. We have to pivot out of that. and tune into faith. Tune into love. Reconnect with Gaia, with Mother Earth. We have Sagittarius here. Could be dealing with a Sagittarian. We have emotional sickness. Yeah, these people that were with that bullshit in those videos definitely were emotional sickness. Obsessed, addicted. They probably experienced some childhood trauma. They're jealous, spiteful, depressed, stuck. Okay, so perhaps there's a Sagittarius coming into you that may be coming back around with that type of energy, you know. But Spirit says, remember, you need to be open to the new. You have new beginnings here. You've been freed. Don't allow yourself to get caught back in the web of this narcissist. Just like I was going through all of those negative videos. It was a web I was caught in for a while, for a few hours maybe. Or I think it's been over the course of maybe a couple of days. I'll dibble and dabble into these new channels. One is Black Cauldron, and then some other girl, she kind of reviews her videos and other videos, but that they are all along the same lines. But they were full of videos of people who had emotional sickness, who were obsessed, who were addicted, who had childhood traumas, that were jealous and spiteful, narcissistic energies. But it's time to come out of that. Reconnect with Earth. Be in this present moment. Because when you're not, you miss all of the beauty of the present. So cut ties with that negative energy. Exactly. Come back to self-love, to the present moment. Come back to you. Come back to you. Recommit to you in the moment. It says haters are your true hype man. Haters are your hype man. This is just supposed to inspire you to love you more. Inspire you to go deeper into your spiritual practice, prayer and contemplation, and praying for the breakthrough. Praying for the breakthrough. So we have B, L, and H. Could be initials for someone. Not sincere effort. This person could be coming in again. Don't feel like they're sincere coming back into your life. Scheming, plotting, and planning. Could be that Sagittarius. Could be a Sagittarius and someone whose name, first or last, may begin with either of those letters. I'm going to get one more for this middle row. Overcoming obstacles. Keep moving forward. You're going to overcome that obstacle. Haters are your true hype man. These people trying to come back in, they're a hater, but they're doing nothing but making you better and grow deeper into your self-love. And that's what even that journey, going down that rabbit hole, is always meant to bring you back to self. And make sure that your light shines even brighter. Your light should shine even brighter. Ego expressed through your work, through your prayers. You're not ego-led, you're spirit-led. And so if you have any ego, it goes towards mastery. It goes towards integrity. It goes, towards authenticity. To your passion of prayer and meditation and all things lovely, and of growth, of spiritual growth. This reading may be all over the place, but it is what it is. Laying down foundation for those to come. That's what you're doing. Prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven and lay down a foundation. A strong foundation for those who come. Do the work. Do the spiritual work. And hold space with hope, with faith, and know that love is coming in. Look at surprise invitation. Struck by love. And again, if going back to perhaps someone coming in to love bomb you, they might bring us a surprise invitation, maybe try to bring you a higher commitment. Remember, the first card out is cutting ties and moving on. We're not going back to anything of the past. That is an obstacle that you have overcame. And this person, they are not sincere with their effort. That's possibly why the narcissist golden mirror card came out. They're probably going to come in love bombing, okay? No. Break free. Spirit say, remember, you broke free from that for a reason. You broke free from the deep hurt and sadness, the feeling lost, the grieving and despair that you went through after that breakup with that person. Okay, and you laid down a great foundation. Don't go back to that shit. Don't go back to that. You laid down a great foundation for new love to come in. Inner child triggered. This person may come back in and trigger your inner child. But you've laid down a strong foundation of work. So you know what works, what doesn't. What prayers to pray for, what to ask for. We now know Mafdet, so we got a new energy, a spirit guide that's going to help us to bring in abundance. Okay. The inner childhood is triggered, but we have a strong foundation, and we're going to overcome that obstacle, which is going to lead us to abundance. A moment that is worthy of savoring, feeling elevated. We're going to feel accomplished once we tap into these energies of prayer and contemplation, breaking free, grounding our energies after such, look, objective. You're objective to romance, and you have passion, a passionate approach to your career. Okay, so that's going to help you to not worry about maybe any of the exes that are coming in. Know that all eyes are on you. That's possibly a reason why you got people coming in, or why, for whatever reason, you went down this rabbit hole. Someone possibly was projecting onto you to try to distract you, because you are elevating. The glow up is real. All eyes on you. And perhaps there were some dark energies that wanted to grab a hold on you. But here Spirit goes with that hand to pull you back up out of the muck and mire. Okay, great. You was in that dark energy for a little bit. You learn. There's no right or wrong. There's no wrong way to turn or go. Each direction offers soul expansion. And with the fact that you've laid down a firm foundation, a great foundation, you know how to make the best out of any and every situation. Light activation. This is just activating your light even the more, awakening your heart even the more. That's what situations, trials, and tribulations do for you now. It only makes you stronger. Before, it would knock you down a peg or two, make you feel less than or have you questioning. But now situations come and they build you up. And they build you up. Okay. Underneath twin flames, we have the poker face card. Not showing hand, gambling. Again, there could be a person coming in trying to make you feel like they're your twin flame. All of the going back to the deep, rabbit hole I went down. That energy may want. And I've also, came across some energy in regards to their, information of they're trying to get rid of the middle class and just the burden and stress about how people aren't making enough money to live comfortably, which may feed into the conspiracy that I've heard someone else speak of how they're getting rid of the middle class. And it's either going to be really poor or really rich. I feel like that is them trying to create that another slave, trying to take us back to the slavery times. Prayer and contemplation. Do the work. You need it in integrity, with passion, with mastery and authenticity, so that we can lay down the foundation for those to come. Our ancestors laid down the foundation for us. We cannot allow it to go back. We can't allow ourselves to go backwards. Abundance. So I feel like we will be successful. Pure heart. Continue to keep your pure heart. Separate from bitterness and sadness. Because where energy goes, where energy flows. Energy flows where energy goes. So if you keep thinking negatively, you're going to manifest that. We need to speak life. We need to focus on life. Call in Mafdet and allow our spirit guides and ancestors, the magical beings of the cosmos, to come in and bring the highest form of righteous judgment and onto the wicked. We just need to stay focused and present in the moment, in the energy of healing. We need to hold that space. Of course, we need to ask. We need to ask them to come in. With prayer and contemplation, we need to ask them to come in. And then we let it go and hand it over. Get back to self. And on to the next part of our journey. Whatever enlightenment it brings, we can pray and assign a command to a specific deity that deals with that. Know that it's being handled. Get back to self. Get back to grounded energy. Loving on self until the next thing comes along. Again, we handle it like a boss, okay? Beset, I need you to come in, handle my light work. Mafdet, I need you to come in, handle my light work. Anubis, I need you to come in and handle my light work. Haters are your biggest, or are your true hype man. They come in, the bullshit can come in, but they just hyping you up. And like I was saying before, trials come to make us stronger, to hype us up. So they need to stop creating smoke with us, because you ain't doing nothing but making me stronger. I'm just going to assign somebody to handle that business, to bring spiritual reparation on the matter, while I sit pretty. And that is what Spirit wants us to keep in mind and to contemplate on. You focus on sitting pretty. They can't intervene unless we, ask. In this prayer and contemplation card, it says, ask and you shall receive. You got to ask to receive it. Even underneath this card, it says receive. About to receive abundance of spiritual reparation if we ask for it, though. It says you're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you are worthy of these gifts and open up to them. We are worthy to receive spiritual reparation. We deserve these gifts, and we got to open up to them. Being closed off or hard-hearted and sad and bitterness is not being open to receive blessings. You're focusing on the negative. No, that's not what we're doing anymore. We're going to break free from that. All right, family, I'm going to end it there. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I love you all. And until next time, peace.